Hi there. As you look at marketing and marketing strategy, you soon realize that marketing is more complex than is commonly described using the classic 4P's of marketing. The marketing mix is now usually extended to include three more P's. So let's have a quick look at what we mean by the extended marketing mix. Now, the marketing mix, this should be familiar to you if you've already started studying marketing. It's all about the different parts of marketing that are used by a business and combined together to try to meet the needs and expectations of customers. And it's called a mix because each part of the mix, each element needs to work together in order to be successful. That's the idea of the marketing mix. It's a blend of elements that hopefully are the right mix in order to be competitive. The classic 4Ps, which I mentioned right at the start, of course, are firstly product. What is the actual service or product that you and I, the customer, buys? Price. How much do we pay for that product or service? And how is that determined? Place. Where do we find the product? How is it distributed to us? How do we find out about it? How do we buy it? And lastly, promotion. How do businesses discover us? How do they find us and persuade us to part with our money for the product or service? Those are the traditional 4Ps. But we've mentioned that the 4Ps has been extended to include three new ones. And here they are. Firstly, people. Particularly relevant, of course, in a service industry context. The product is so closely aligned with the people who make contact with customers who deliver the service, deliver the product. The next P is process, which of course is closely aligned to operations or productions. What are the systems, the processes that actually deliver the product or services to us? And lastly, the physical environment. What are the elements of the physical environment in which we either buy or experience the product? How does that help blend into the marketing mix to make a business competitive? So there we have it. The 4Ps has been extended to the 7Ps. Now, of course, in any particular product or service, not every part of the extended mix will be as important as others. It's nearly always the case, isn't it, that product and price, two of the original 4Ps, are fundamental. But increasingly, as you look at service and digital businesses, you find that other elements of the extended mix are just as important. So let's give you a quick example of this just to help illustrate what the 7Ps are. And let's take an example from the health and leisure industry, the fast emerging budget or low cost gym sector. And I've just picked one business which is now the UK market leader, the largest operator of gyms and fitness clubs in the UK, called Pure Gym. Well, let's have a look at what the 7 elements of the mix are. Firstly, of course, the product, the gym itself, which is a very well equipped but very focused product range in terms of the exercise equipment that's available and also the exercise classes. It's a no-frills approach. You won't find swimming pools in Pure Gyms. The price, they've gone for a low-cost, therefore low-price strategy, and also using dynamic pricing, essentially sold online, but where the idea is to attract members into the gym at a low price using flexible contracts, almost pay-as-you-go. Pure Gym uses a variety of different promotional activities, including billboard advertising as well as online advertising. And of course, you'll find these Pure Gyms in a variety of different locations. So when we're looking at place, Pure Gyms have occupied recently vacated office blocks as well as all kinds of other locations of different shapes and sizes. Not just the large out-of-time fitness clubs that used to be the norm in the industry. But let's add in 3 more elements to the mix, just so you can see the extended mix in action. Firstly, of course, we mentioned the 5th P, people. Who are the people who help deliver the product or service? Now, in the case of Pure Gym, they employ very few people, but what they do have within their business are personal trainers, nearly all of whom are freelance personal trainers who collect a revenue from customers who request personal training sessions. Those freelancers also, I think, work around 5 or 10 hours free each week at the gym as part of the deal. But they're clearly a key part of delivering the product and service. In terms of process, Pure Gym has been a leader, an innovator in terms of digitizing the fitness experience. So, for example, booking exercise classes using an app, and of course, managing your membership online. And lastly, of course, the physical environment. So the changing rooms in a pure gym are pretty clean, very clean and modern, but they're very different from what you might find in an upmarket luxury gym like Virgin Active. A very different experience, and that's deliberately so to help shape the physical environment. So there we go, that's an introduction to and an illustration of what we mean by the extended marketing mix.